Hello, am I audible, please? Okay, thank you. So, thank you for joining in and thank you for making it. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce our speaker for today's boot camp. Omar Noah is a software engineer and educator from Egypt with a strong passion for technology and teaching. He specializes in software engineering, Python development, and system thinking. Omar believes that coding is not just about syntax, it's about understanding how computers work, how softwares is structured, and how engineers solve complex problems. So, in today's session, he will introduce us to the fundamentals of software engineering, what it really means, and why it matters. He will explain how computers operate at a fundamental level, the difference between human language and computer language, and how translation happens through compilers and interpreters. He will also provide an introduction to Python, exploring why it is one of the most powerful and beginner-friendly programming languages in the world today. So please join me in welcoming Omar Noah. Thank you very much. So Omar Noah, you can come and start over. Thank you.
Thank you for this introduction. So, in the name of God, peace upon you all. Good evening, everyone. First of all, thank you for being here. I'm really happy and honored to be with you. So, let's start with who am I? I'm a software development instructor with more than 4 years of experience in Egypt, Saudi Arabia.
I'm sorry, is it on my end, but I cannot hear your voice.
Okay, is it good right now? So, what about now? Okay. So I'm a software development instructor with more than 4 years in Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and United Arab Emirates. I've mentored more than 500 students, Africa and Gulf wide. I'm a robotics judge, also certified TOT. I've represented Egypt in many conferences and competitions in Poland, China, Tunisia, and Africa. So let's make it an interactive workshop. I want to know who are you. So please introduce yourself. Any volunteer? So let's choose randomly. What about Agaba? Agaba Gordon. Um, Bernard Frederick. Elaine Delrita. Sorry for the names. Okay, let's go, Bernard.
Hello, good evening. I am Kakoza Bernard Frederick, a second year biomedical engineering student.
That's good.
Thank you.
So, okay, let's continue. So today, before we start talking about Python or software engineering, I want to ask you a simple question. Have you ever wondered how your computer actually understands you? So, how can this device, understand you? So, we speak English, we speak human language. My my main language or my native tongue is Arabic, and there is another human languages like English, Deutsch, French, and many more. So, but computers, they only understand one thing. What is the computer really understands is the binary language. This is what is the computer understands. What is the binary language is the zeros and ones basically. Zeros refers for no and ones refers for yes. Or in the electricity, we know that zero is low voltage and one is high voltage. So in programming, zero means no and one means yes. This is the only language computer can understand, zero and one. So, for example, if I want to write my name, so let's write it here. I'm gonna write it with English. So that's my name in English. But with the computer language, I'm gonna give it as an example. I don't know how to write it in the binary, but we're gonna give it as an example. So let's say this is my name in the binary language. So what's easier? I think it's the English is more easier. Not just because it's our language as humans, but because the binary code is too long. I can't even memorize this code. So what the programmers do to bridge the gap between the human language and the computer language, they have made compilers and interpreters. What are those things? They are like translators. So computer tells me that to the compiler, gives this code to the compiler, and the compiler translates it to me as my name, which is Omar, you know. So, and vice versa. If I want to send Omar, the compiler or the interpreter gonna convert it or translate it to the computer with this binary code. So this is how it actually works. The programmers invented compilers and interpreters to translate the human language to the binary language. So I hope you understand this concept. So, okay, today's bootcamp is not just about writing code, it's about understanding how software engineering works. Um, Software engineering, we have a lot of processes. So let's open a whiteboard with you. Is there is any question? Yes, I'm gonna record the session. No problem. So let's go for the a white screen. I'm gonna share it to you right now. Present the entire screen and share. Now you see the whiteboard, right? So software engineering is not just coding, not equal, sorry, not equal coding. So what is the difference between software engineering and coding? Software engineering, it's the process of designing. So it has many phases: design, building, testing, and maintaining. Let's go for maintenance. The software systems. This is what software engineering means. So this is theoretically what it means. We're gonna explain it more now. And what is coding? Coding is to write a syntax or a code with a programming language, a specific programming language. So as we're gonna teach today, we're gonna teach Python. So what is the difference between them? Coding, it's one of the phases of the software engineering. So software engineering is the general department. Coding is part of it. So it's the difference between uh, writing random code and building systems that can scale, solve real problems, and serve million of users. So okay, let's move into something deeper. So basically, what is the programming? Programming is giving the computer some commands to execute. So the human give the computer command, and the computer gonna execute it. It's not just like give me money, computer, and it will give you money. No, the commands, it means if you want like to open this application. Let's make it for example. Google Earth, we're gonna open this application. If I double clicked it, it's gonna open, right? So the programmer who programmed this PC or this computer, he programmed it when I double click any application, it's gonna open. This is how the command, I'm gonna teach the computer something with the programming. Like when I double click, you're gonna open what? You're gonna open any application. So this is what it is. And how we're gonna program. We previously know that there is difference between human language like Arabic, German, English, and binary language of the computer 0 and 1. So someone gonna tell me now. So it's easy. It is just one language for the computer. I'm gonna learn it and I'm gonna master it. I'll be a good professional programmer in the future. So basically, it's not just like this, because I've told you previous that the code of the binary, it's too long. There is too many zeros and ones, so we can't memorize it. So how we're gonna deal with this problem? So programmers in the past coded languages that we can communicate with the computer with, and those languages was Python, C++, Java, and many more. So, the difference between computer languages, the syntax. What is meaning of the syntax? What is the meaning of the syntax? It is the way you write the code. So this is the way of C++ and this is the way of Python. That's called difference in syntax. Every language has different syntax. So what is the learning environment we're gonna deal with while the programming journey? If you have a PC, you're gonna use application called Visual Studio Code. If you have a mobile, you can just start with the programmized website and write your code online. But this isn't the most efficient way. So if you don't have a PC, if your PC is too old or something like that, or you can't install the application, so go for the alternative way to learn code or programming using programmized website. So uh, don't get use of it and forget the Visual Studio Code. No, you have to deal with this. This is just a learning phase. So I have here Visual Studio Code. Like this is a code in HTML. It's not a programming languages or a programming language, but we used it. So let's gonna start with Programize to make you all ready. Whether you have a laptop or a PC or a mobile, you're gonna search just for Programize. Okay, let me change the syntax. This is the website. It's called Programize Learn to Code for Free. You know, this is all the languages you can write online. You have Python, SQL, R, HTML, CSS, and many more. You know, Python, you can use it in many applications, many applications, in making, uh, websites, in making applications. Do you know Instagram? I guess all of you know Instagram, right? So Instagram, it have Python. It's built, uh, some part of Instagram built with Python, and some part of YouTube also built with Python. So Python is a powerful language, and it's not too old. C++, it's older than Python, but Python now have the power to do a lot of things in many tracks, like web development, application development, mobile development. Anything you can imagine, you can do it with Python. So we're gonna choose Python. Okay. Here is the input. The input means our place to write our code. If we write anything here, this is our code. And if we want to work this code, or we need to see the output, we have to click the run button. So it gave me error because this is not a code, this is anything. So run here means working the code. So let's write print Omar. This is the syntax of Python. You're gonna use print, two brackets, and double quotation with the text inside. And we're gonna run. The output is Omar. Like I said, code execution successful. So we need to learn and a lot of things in Python. So how print is working? Print is a built-in function in Python. What is the meaning of a built-in function? Like Python, when it reads the print word, it already knows that print means we're gonna print the inside text here. So it's a built-in function. Like we can't say like give Omar. Give is not a built-in function. So how can we differ between, or how can we differentiate between the built-in function and the any word from your imagination? What is the difference between them? This is in yellow or in orange, but this is in white. So basically, the built-in function gonna be colored to make your eyes, see it. Okay. Now, the first thing we're gonna know about Python is variables. A variable, let's gonna explain it here. Okay. A variable is simply a container that stores data. So this is a variable. It's a container and it stores data. Here is my data. Imagine, those lines are data. So think of it like a labeled box. If you give the box a name, so let's call this box, Bika. It's hard to write with the mouse of the computer. Let's call this box Bika. So, and you put something inside Bika. Bika is the name of the box, and something inside Bika, it is our data. So, for example, if we write here x equals 10, x, there is no output here. It is just from the last code. We're gonna clear it from here. So x, it is the name of the variable. 10, it is the data inside the variable. So we can make another variable called Omar, for example, and it stores big anything. So Omar is the name of the variable, and Bika, it's the data. So this is how we are gonna declare a variable. And why we need to declare a variable? Basically, if you want to store a data, how you're gonna store it? You're gonna store it in some container, and this container called variable. Why it's called variable? Because you can change the container name, whether it's X, whether it's Omar, whether it's Bika, you can change the name, but with some basic rules. So what is the rules of the variables? Number one, shouldn't start with a number. A variable shouldn't start with a number. And what is the rule number two? Shouldn't contain any special characters. You know, special characters like dollar sign or percentage or and, all of those are special characters, except there is only one special character we can go with. It is the underscore. You know, on Instagram, the underscore, this is the minus, and this is, or the dash, and this is the underscore. Underscore, it's on the line. So uh, if you make it like this, and you mean to put underscore and put this sign for, it's a mistake, the program will not work at all. So this is, the hardness of programming. If you mistakes in just one letter or one character in the whole program you write or the whole code you write, whether it's 200, 300, 400 lines of code, and there is one letter is wrong, the whole code will not work. So, except the underscore. And our last variable naming rule shouldn't contain any spaces. So basically, I can't write Omar with this way. It's not right. It's not gonna work. You know, if I write Omar 1, then Omar, I started with a number. So also it's not gonna work. If I write Omar like this and add a dollar sign in the end, it's not also gonna work. So someone gonna tell me right now, if I have a variable with two names, so my name is Omar Noor, this is my name. So this is my first name and this is my last name. And this is the data inside me, for example. How I'm gonna do it like this, and there is no spaces allowed in Python. So how we're gonna solve this? I need you to open the mic and try. Any ideas? How can I solve this?
By putting an underscore between the names.
By putting another what?
Underscore between the names.
Yes, by putting underscore between them. And that is the most efficient way. There is another ways to put your two separated names, but basically we can use the underscore.